Timber Falls, Oregon. Population 30847, 43 miles from Portland, tucked into the Cascade foothills. One stoplight, 2 churches in Miller's Woods. A forest so dense that even at noon, darkness swallows the light. The locals stopped talking about it in the 70s. Not because the stories ended, but because they became routine. Everyone knew someone who'd gone in and come back different, or didn't come back at all. Sarah Chen arrived October 3, 2019. At 34, she'd built her YouTube channel, Rational Hauntings, by debunking paranormal claims with scientific precision. Abandoned asylums, cursed houses, UFO hotspots, she'd dismantled them all. Miller's Woods was supposed to be episode 47. Her crew checked into the only motel in town. Diane, the owner, barely glanced up. "You're here about the woods. How'd you know?" "Everyone who comes here is either running from something or trying to prove something." Diane slid over the room keys. "Don't go in after dark." "What happens after dark?" "Same thing that happens during the day, just darker." They spent Friday interviewing locals. Sarah expected embellished stories, town drunks claiming ghost sightings. Instead, she got uncomfortable uniformity. The waitress. "My cousin went in '98, stayed 3 hours. Came out fine, moved to Seattle right after." The librarian. "Yes, people have experiences." "Yes, it's been happening a long time." "No, I haven't gone in myself." The hardware store owner interrupted her second question. "Woods are weird, don't go in at night. Some people act strange after." "That's it. You need plywood." Even teenagers were matter of fact. "Yeah, we went one sophomore year," said a girl with purple hair. Nothing happened. "Just feels wrong. Like you're not supposed to be there." "Why does it feel wrong?" The girl looked at Sarah like she was stupid. "Because it does. Same reason you don't stick your hand in a garbage disposal even when it's off. You just know." Saturday morning they entered the woods with cameras, motion sensors, audio equipment. The first thing Sarah noticed was the silence. Complete absence of sound. Their footsteps muffled as if the air was swallowing noise. "Audio levels?" Sarah asked Jen, their sound tech. "Normal. Everything's recording. But ambient noise is gone. No wind, no animals. Like being in a soundproof room." Half a mile in, they found the clearing. Perfectly circular, 30 feet across. Trees ringed it completely, branches reaching inward but never touching above the center. A column of gray light fell straight down. "This is the spot," David said quietly. "Everyone talks about the spot." They set up equipment. 4 cameras at cardinal directions, motion sensors every 20 feet. By 3 p.m. they'd created a surveillance net. "Now we wait," Sarah said. Saturday night they reviewed footage. Hours of nothing. Trees, silence, empty clearing. "Boring episode," Marcus muttered. Sunday was identical. But Sunday night reviewing footage, Jen paused the playback. "Look at this. Timestamp 2:47 a.m. The clearing camera. Nothing moving. But the column of light was brighter than at noon." "That's impossible," David said. All 4 cameras showed the same thing. The clearing brighter in the middle of the night than during the day. "There's no moon. No artificial lights," Sarah said slowly. "Where's the light coming from?" No one had an answer. Monday morning, 4 a.m. Sarah woke with one thought. "I need to see it myself." She didn't wake the others. It felt natural, obvious. She drove to the woods at 4:30 a.m., entered with her flashlight and camera. The trail was quieter at night. No reflected animal eyes, no sounds. She reached the clearing at 5:02 a.m. The column of light was there, brighter than it should be. Colorless illumination, making everything crisp and stark. Sarah stood at the edge, camera raised, documenting. It's 5:02 a.m. Monday, October 7th. There's a light source I can't identify. No visible moon. No artificial lights. The illumination appears to be. She stepped into the clearing and stopped. Not because she wanted to. She just stopped, feet planted, camera raised, mouth open mid-sentence. Time did something strange. She was aware of standing there, aware of the light, the camera, the dirt under her boots. But she couldn't move, couldn't finish her sentence, couldn't think about moving. She wasn't paralyzed. She was still, like a painting, aware but not acting, present but not participating. The light grew brighter, and she understood, not with words. Understanding arrived complete and terrible. The woods weren't haunted. The woods weren't supernatural. The woods were real, and everything else was. The thought slipped away. Dawn broke. The light dimmed. Sarah could move again. She lowered her camera. Timestamp, 6:47 a.m. 1 hour and 45 minutes had passed. She walked out, got in her car, drove back. Marcus was frantic in the parking lot. "Where were you?" "I thought, I'm fine. Went to check equipment." "At 4:30 in the morning?" "Couldn't sleep." Her voice was calm. "We should pack up. We have enough footage." They left that afternoon. Sarah seemed normal, but slightly wrong, like a faded photocopy. Back in Portland, they watched her footage together. It showed Sarah entering the clearing, starting her voiceover, then standing. Completely still. Camera raised, mouth open, not moving for 1 hour and 45 minutes. She didn't blink, didn't sway, didn't lower her arms. A statue. At 6:47 a.m. she moved, lowered the camera. "Walked away?" "Sarah," Jen said carefully. "What were you doing?" "Understanding." "Understanding what?" She didn't answer. A week passed. 2 weeks. Sarah said she was still editing. November 4th, David drove to Timber Falls alone. He stood in the clearing for 6 hours, 17 minutes. November 19th, Jen went. 4 hours, 32 minutes. December 1st, Marcus went. 7 hours, 11 minutes. Each refused to explain. When pressed, "There's nothing supernatural. It's rational. You wouldn't understand unless you saw it." Sarah published the episode December 15th. Title, Miller's Woods. A rational explanation. Her conclusion was baffling. After extensive investigation, we found no evidence of paranormal activity. The light phenomenon has a rational explanation. The experiences have rational explanations. We cannot share these explanations, but we assure you they are natural and scientific. There is no haunting. There is only reality. 0.3 million views. Comments exploded with confusion. What explanation can't be shared? Worst debunking ever. Sarah stopped responding. Her channel went silent. A Reddit user called Forest Historian became obsessed. They requested property records, pulled historical photographs, compared satellite imagery. Their findings posted January 2020. Miller's Woods doesn't exist. The property was farmland until 1981. Records were clear. Drone photos from 1980 showed open ground, no trees. But satellite imagery from 1985 showed dense old-growth forest, trees that should have taken centuries to grow. Newspaper archives mentioned Miller's Woods back to 1889. Articles about people getting lost. Warnings to children. But the land was farmland then. The articles shouldn't exist. Forest historian drove to Timber Falls in February 2020. They showed locals historical photographs, clear farmland where the woods stood. Every person looked confused. That can't be right. The woods have always been there. I remember playing near them as a kid, including people who grew up there in the 1970s, who should remember farmland. One woman, 63, showed a photo. From my 10th birthday, 1966. The woods are in the background. Dense forest behind children eating cake. Forest historian pulled up a 1966 aerial survey. No woods, open farmland. "I don't understand," the woman said, hands shaking. "I remember the woods. I remember my mother warning me." She stopped, stood up, left without another word. Sarah's sister convinced the landlord to check on her in March 2020. They found Sarah alive, sitting at her desk, staring at her laptop. She was fine, she insisted, just working. Her sister noticed equipment, scientific instruments, stacks of printouts, and a journal. The journal was meticulous, dated, Sarah's handwriting. December 20th. The woods are a fixed point. Everything else is mutable. This is the rational explanation. January 28th, Marcus having same experience. His photos show buildings not in yearbook. Jen's wedding photos have guests she doesn't remember inviting, but remembers them being there. David won't talk. February 14th. The woods aren't creating false memories. The woods are the only constant. We're the ones changing. Reality is mutable except for the woods. This is rational. This is true. The final entry, March 8th. I'm going back. Not because it's haunted, because it's the only place that's real. In the clearing, standing still, you're the most honest you'll ever be. You stop pretending your life makes sense. You stop pretending your memories are stable. The true horror isn't the woods. The true horror is realizing what we are when we're not standing in them. Below, in shakier handwriting, the locals understand. That's why they stopped talking. Once you understand, you have two choices. Go back regularly to remember what's true, or stay away and forget. Most choose to forget. I don't think I can. Timber Falls looks the same today. Miller's Woods still stands. Sarah visits once a month. Drives from Portland, walks the trail, stands in the clearing. Sometimes an hour, sometimes 6. Always back before full daylight. Marcus, David, and Jen have been back multiple times. They never coordinate visits. They've stopped explaining to friends or family. The YouTube video remains Sarah's most viewed content. Comments full of confusion and demands for explanation. Forest Historian's post was removed for misinformation. They deleted their account. But the research spreads through conspiracy forums. A few people make pilgrimages each year. Most leave disappointed. Some stay, rent rooms at the motel, take jobs at the diner, join the locals who never talk about the woods. Diane has a standard speech. You're here about the woods. Don't go in after dark. Checkout's at 11. If you push, she'll give you a look. Everyone wants to know what's in the woods. That's not the question. The question is, what are you when you're not in the woods? You're reading this now on your phone or laptop, in a place you recognize, living a life you remember living. But how much is actually stable? How much is true? Think about your childhood home. Picture it. Now find a photograph. Does it match perfectly? Or are there differences? A tree you don't remember, a paint color that seems wrong. You'll say memory is imperfect. That's rational. But what if memory isn't the problem? Timber Falls is a real town. The woods are there. The path is maintained. Stand in that clearing long enough and you'll understand too. But you'll want to go back, again and again. Because when you leave, you'll feel it, that subtle wrongness. That sense your reality is unfixed, unreliable, false. The woods aren't the horror. The woods are the only place where the horror stops. Everything else, your house, your job, your memories, your life, that's the haunting. And you can never unknow it once you understand.